Morning. Am I audible to you guys? Yes. How's your sessional exam? I already released marks for you guys. Everyone did good job. Okay. Let me share my screen first. Easy था ना? हाँ easy दिया सेशनल में क्या टफ तो इतना इजी था बट इतना भी इजी नहीं था मतलब थोड़ा कंसेप्चुअल था सो तुम लोगों ने अच्छे से किया वेरी गुड. Okay, let me share my screen first. Okay, so last class we just discussed about knowledge representation part. Okay, so from last class we mainly discussed about knowledge representation. We previously talked about knowledge representation based agents. So now the question comes, what are the things we need to represent so that agents can work accurately or nicely? Because in order to work or perform any task, your agent should know what type of knowledge is there, right? So for that, for them, we need to design the knowledge. Okay. So first question should come, what should we represent? Okay, there are certain things, and those are your objects, which is the fact about the real world, then the events, that's the action which occur in our world. Then comes performance, which is the knowledge about how to do things. Then comes meta knowledge, which is just knowledge about another knowledge. Then facts is the truth about the real world and what we represent. Then comes the knowledge base. Knowledge base, you guys already know, it's the proposition of the world, and there are lots of sentences inside the knowledge base. So we represent the proposition of the word with the help of sentences, and this sentence is different from the English language. Okay. And knowledge, what is knowledge? Knowledge is like awareness or familiarity gained by the experience or the facts and data and situation. Okay, so now we will see what are the types of knowledge. Okay, there are different types of knowledge, and before designing the knowledge, means before designing the knowledge representation or the knowledge, we have to know what are the types of knowledge. Okay, first thing is, what is knowledge? Okay, so knowledge, you can just say, is just awareness, or you can say familiarity, gained by it, just normal knowledge, how we generate our own knowledge, gained by experience. Oh, facts, data, and situation. Okay, now there are different types of knowledge. Okay, so we have like almost five different types of knowledge. So first one, there is nothing like first one. You can say one is procedural knowledge. Remember, it is similar kind of things we learn about knowledge based agents. Like we can design our knowledge based agent in two ways. One is declarative way and another is the procedural way. The same thing, we have one type of knowledge which is the procedural knowledge. So it is like the imperative knowledge. So our procedural knowledge is like the knowledge which is mainly responsible for knowing how to do things. Okay, knowing how to do things. Just a minute. Yeah. Okay, sorry, it should have called me. Okay, so procedural knowledge is mainly the imperative knowledge, then knowing how to do things. So you can say it will just give us information about achieving anything or something. Because it will just tell you how to do things. So if you know how to do things, that means it will also give you the information about anything, right? Next, you can just directly apply this type of knowledge to any task. Okay, you can just directly use it. It can include like your strategies, rules, and etc. Rules, strategies, procedures, agendas. These are the procedural knowledge. Okay, so your procedural knowledge will depend on the task on which it can be applied. Okay, then comes your declarative knowledge. So what is declarative knowledge? It is just the know about something. Okay, declarative knowledge is about to know about something. So you can see declarative is you know something, and the procedural is how to do that something. Okay, it will basically includes your concepts, facts, and objects. Okay, so it can be also said like descriptive knowledge because it describes about the concepts and the facts about our real world. And it is actually your simpler than procedural knowledge because it's just giving you the concept. But in case of procedural, you will know how to do something, correct? So next comes is your meta knowledge. Meta knowledge, from the name itself, you will know it's just the knowledge about other types of knowledge. Then comes your heuristic knowledge. So heuristic knowledge is kind of knowledge that will like that comes from like expert when we want to know something we take experts advice like. So heuristic knowledge will basically represent knowledge of some experts in a field or subject. Okay, because in knowledge based agent, to know about the real fact we need to store the knowledge in the knowledge base, right? The declarative way, we can directly code it. So how we are going to provide that knowledge? A person will do that, or even if you want to build a medical system or any system, first you need an expert, right? So you will collect that knowledge from the expert and you will store in that knowledge base. Okay, Then based on that knowledge of the expert, the agent will work on or will try to check whether any situation is similar to the knowledge of the expert or not. Okay, these things also carried forward to your expert system. Okay, knowledge representation and knowledge based system is a bit different, and then expert system is a bit different but kind of similar. In expert system we just take the knowledge of a human expert. Okay, so in heuristic knowledge also it represent knowledge of some expert in the field or subject. So you can say it's just like the rule of thumbs based on the previous experience, awareness of approaches. Okay. In case of knowledge base, we can say it's just the experience. Okay. So heuristic knowledge will represent the knowledge of some kind of expert in that field, and you can just compare it like the knowledge when we gain it from the previous experience or awareness for any approaches. So whatever situation will arise, the agent will see whether it is matching here or not. So again, I'm telling you, these are the various way of representing the knowledge. So based on your design and technique of the heuristic knowledge, the agent will work accordingly. Okay. The fifth one is the structural knowledge. It is the basic knowledge for any problem solving. Okay, it just describes the relationship between various concepts, like uh, what kind or what part of knowledge will be important, that it always groups something group about the knowledge and facts. Okay, so it describes the relationship that exists between concepts and the objects or objects. Okay, so you can see it's the basic knowledge, problem solving. Okay, so you can say these are the five types of knowledge we can represent to create different knowledge based agent. Now comes what is the relationship between the knowledge and the intelligence. Okay, these five types clear to you guys? These are still the theory part. Okay, so based on this theory part, any gains can be made. Okay, so before going to that part means how we can represent, we have to know what we should represent and what should be the type of knowledge, and based on these types and main essence of knowledge, we have to create different um, knowledge representation. Again, there will be different procedure to represent, different design techniques to represent any knowledge. Okay. So for this knowledge, we will have a cycle. Okay. So in normal any agents, we have a cycle of AI, like we always perceive, then there will be learning involved, then there will be knowledge representation and reasoning, and then there will be planning and execution. Okay. So there will be different approaches for knowledge representation. These are the types. Then comes now we approaches. There are various ways to represent this type of knowledge. There are 5 types of knowledge and there are some approaches to do that. Okay, first is just your simple relational knowledge. So these are the simplest way of storing facts, which mainly uses to the relational methods. Okay, and each such method about a set of objects is set out like systematically in columnar ways. Okay, so this approach of knowledge representation is famous in your database system, where the relationship between different entities is represented. Okay, and this approach has like also similar to type your inference system. Okay, so this one will just provide store facts which uses relational method. And these are arranged systematically. Okay, so very simple example can be your database system. For example, you have list of players, then the other knowledge you have like weight and age. Then you can just arrange various information about players in terms of weight and age. For example, your player 1 weight 65, 23, player 2 some data, player 3 and same data. So with the help of a table or like systematic columnar way, we can find the relationship between various data. Okay, so it will mainly use for your database system. Second is your inheritable. Simple. So just telling again, in simple relational knowledge, we store everything, store facts. Normally, facts are stored in terms of table or in terms of column, and this will show you the relationship between various facts and knowledge, like your database system, where we show the relationship between different entities. Remember, in database system, we you guys have entities, then there are relationship, and for each entity you have different relationship and all. Store facts store facts which uses relational method. It's store fact আচ্ছা আমার স্পেলিং টো ভুল হয়েছে store facts which uses relational method. And all these facts are just arranged systematically in columns. So these facts are arranged systematically in columns. So this is the example where we can see the relationship among various players and this with weight and age. Okay, so here is the fact we can just represent in a columnar fashion. So next comes your inheritable knowledge. So here all data must be stored in a hierarchy of classes. Stored in hierarchy. And since here all data are stored in hierarchy of classes, so all classes should be arranged in a generalized form, okay, or in a hierarchical manner. So in this approach, we apply inheritance property. So elements inherit values from other members of the class. Elements normally inherit values from other members of class. So this approach contains inheritable knowledge which shows a relationship between instance and the class, and it is also called your instance relationship. Okay, so here every individual frame can represent the collection of attributes and its values. And in this approach, objects and values are represented in a box node. Previously, it was in a table form. Now here will be represent in terms of like boxes. It will a bit look like our flowchart thing. Box node. And to show the value, we use arrows. Object to their values. Okay, so hierarchical knowledge, inheritable knowledge is basically like hierarchical knowledge. Everything should be arranged in a hierarchical form, and this will mainly inherit the values from the other members of the class. And we can represent this type of knowledge with the help of boxes and arrows. Okay, so boxes will show the value of objects and the values, and arrow will be there to point from object to their values. Okay. For example, you can see there is an adult male. That's an object. Okay. So it is related that all players are adult male. Okay. So all players, or you can say player, is a adult male. Player is a adult male. Okay, this is the relationship between player and the adult male. Okay, so again, you can say there can be various games. For example, cricket. This is a representation only. Then there can be football. So again, cricket player can be your cricket player or your football player. It's just a representation, or you can example. The names can be anything based on your application. Okay, here I'm just showing that there are cricket and football, and both have players, and all the players are adult male. Okay, then you can also provide some name, maybe Ram is a cricket player, and this is the instance. Okay, and here can be any name. Hari. This is also your instance. Okay. So for example, suppose you know about two things. You know about two person, Ram and Hari, and they are cricket. They are players. Okay. Now, what type of players? Ram is your cricket player, and Hari is your football player. Okay. Then again, both are player. Then again, you can relate the relationship that all players are adult male. Okay, so see here I generated a table, right? The age and weight on all. So here it's just giving the object values. Okay, there are two players, and one is cricket player, one is football player, and all of them are adult player. Okay, this is the way you can inherit knowledge from the other object. Okay, so from cricket you can say they are player, from player you can say these are adult male. So you are just inheriting here, the elements are just inheriting values from the other class. Okay. You have inheritable knowledge, data stored in hierarchy of classes, elements inherit values from other members of class, relationship between instance and class. Then object and values are represented in box nodes, and the arrows point from object to their values. Okay, so next comes your inferential knowledge. So inferential knowledge is nothing but you can represent the knowledge in the form of formal logic. logic. Okay, so this approach you can use to derive more facts. Okay, and it will guarantee correctness because inferential knowledge you can represent with the logic, therefore guarantees correctness. So you can derive more facts. More facts. So how we can represent this type of inferential knowledge? Okay, for example, we have two statements. Two statements. One maybe again Ram is a man. I have second sentence. It says all men are mortal. Okay, I have two sentences, two facts. One is Ram is a man, and then I have another statement which is all men are mortal. So we can represent it in terms of like man. What man? Man is Ram. Then for all X, which is a man, is mortal. Okay, it's like mathematical representation or logical representation about any fact. So first I'm telling there is a man, here it's Ram, and it can be any man, right? So this line I'm representing like man Ram, and this line I'm representing it for all X equal to man X is mortal. Okay. So three types of knowledge till now. First one was your simple relational knowledge. So simple relational knowledge just shows the relationship about different facts and objects. Then comes your inheritable knowledge, which just inherit values from the other members in the group. Then is your inferential knowledge. So inferential knowledge is all about your formal logic. Okay, you can represent any knowledge in terms of logic. Okay. Next comes your procedural knowledge. So procedural knowledge approach mainly use small programs and codes which will describe how to specify things and how to proceed, right? Procedural knowledge is all about how to do things, right? So there will be simple programs that will just describe how to do specific things and how to proceed. Okay, so to represent this type of knowledge, we use if else rule. Procedural already know means describes to be things and how to proceed, right? So you can represent this type of knowledge in terms of if else, if then rule, if then rule. Okay, so this type of if then rule mainly we use coding languages like Prolog and Lisp. Okay, these are the programming language we use to represent procedural knowledge. Actually, initially for most of the AI related agent programming, they used to do with the help of Prolog and Lisp. So here you can easily represent heuristic or any domain specific knowledge, and it's not necessary that you will represent this everything in just one way. Okay, so if then else can be any rules. So we will know about this type of knowledge more in later pages. So these are the 4 ways. Okay, so first one was with the help of your table. Approaches for knowledge representation. One is simple relationship knowledge, which basically arrange in tables, and we can find the relationship among various elements. Next is your inheritable knowledge. Inheritable knowledge is like we can represent with the help of boxes and arrows. It is a bit similar to your flowcharts. Boxes will mainly represent the objects and values, and arrows will just point from the object to the values. Okay, then comes your inferential knowledge. Inferential knowledge means you are inferring something from from the facts. Okay, remember inference system was like we infer some facts from various from the knowledge base, right? And knowledge base is like composed of various sentences. So you can also just think about it. Maybe your knowledge base consists of these 2 lines: Ram is a man and all men are mortal. So you can represent this type of inferential knowledge with the help of logics. Okay, a bit mathematical way. Okay, then comes your procedural knowledge. You can represent it in terms of if then else rule. It's just condition and all. If you can also say if all men is mortal, then Ram is mortal too. Okay, so that's all about today. Is any part you couldn't follow? If you are writing any part, any problem? So in today's class, we just learn about various types of knowledge and the approaches to represent the knowledge. Okay. So, okay, for today, I'm just stop sharing and just switch on your videos. That is low. Anyways, thank you everyone. That's it for today. See you in next week.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hmm. Thank you.